To support teachers in figuring out how to approach this unit, a document has been created with the title Unit Outline, A Possible Approach, American Revolution. This document lives among the Stage 3 support documents. This outline bundles together different Stage 1 learning goals to offer a possible approach for how teaching and learning might flow throughout the course of the unit. These bundles create 3 different chunks of learning. Notice how this tool is like a cover page, and each bundle can be examined in greater depth with the linked supporting document. Whenever possible, past lessons that were created by Jeffco teachers are linked. Teachers will also notice that the chunks differ in the number of learning goals that are included, and teachers are encouraged to make thoughtful decisions about the time devoted to each chunk of learning. As a final note, we want to stress that this is just one approach, and teachers are always open to use different approaches to address the Stage 1 learning goals for this unit. Last, teachers will notice links to various assessment documents that are meant to help teachers think about assessment throughout the course of the unit. The first chunk will probably be brief, as it involves preparing students for the learning in the unit. Teachers should consider creating an anchor chart with the unit's concepts and essential questions. Engaging students in discussion around the unit's concepts and essential questions, as well as delivering a few other pre-assessment items, will give you a sense of what background knowledge and skills students possess. Students can also be exposed to the skills and processes that they will apply throughout the course of the unit. Last, teachers also have the chance to help students see that this unit incorporates history concepts. Because this unit is grounded in chronological thinking, chunks 2 and 3 focus on different periods of time. The second chunk includes the events and interactions that took place from 1754 to 1775. This marks an era of rising tension, a time period prior to the Battle of Lexington and Concord, an event known to many as the first shots of the American Revolution. In this chunk, teachers will find some familiar topics and content bundled together. First, students have the opportunity to examine the French and Indian War and its overall impact on different people. Students explore loyalist and patriot perspectives. They also explore key events such as the Stamp Act, the Declaratory and Townshend Acts, and key events in Boston that include the Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, Intolerable Acts, the creation of the Committees of Correspondence, and the First and Second Continental Congresses. Throughout this chunk, students examine perspectives and apply historical processes and thinking to a variety of primary sources. The third and final chunk is focused on 1775 to 1784, the era of military engagement that included the actions of various individuals and groups. In this era, students explore the foundational ideas expressed within the Declaration of Independence and various military developments. Rather than expecting students to learn about a series of battles and dates, teachers are encouraged to help students explore various military events to recognize how those events left an impact on the people involved. As part of this era, students are exposed to the actions of different individuals and groups, considering how those actions are connected to individual and group beliefs. Again, students encounter a variety of primary sources to further develop their skills of historical process. At the bottom of the unit outline, you'll see links to different assessment ideas. The use of ideas was intentional, as assessment looks different for every teacher, occurs throughout the course of the unit, and takes on many forms. One of those forms includes informal checks for understanding, such as observations, dialogues, and opportunities for students to connect the facts they are learning back to the unit's concepts and essential questions. Students should experience quiz and test items about specific, discrete pieces of knowledge. In addition, students should experience academic prompts, which are often much more open-ended and give students the opportunity to bring personal understanding to complex questions and ideas. Finally, teachers might consider including a larger performance task. Overall, 2 key questions drive assessment thinking: what assessments make sense, and when and how should I assess for different kinds of student learning. In the end, assessment should always be used to understand progress towards learning targets and to determine the feedback that students need about their progress towards learning targets. Again, look for the unit outline, A Possible Approach, There's a document titled Maps, American Revolution, which contains links to a number of maps that can be used in the classroom, including outline maps that can be printed and used by students. Last, you'll notice that each section of the unit outline points towards resource bundles. These bundles have been established because they focus on common content and allow you, the teacher, to decide what resources would best support your students in learning content. Remember, many resources already exist within your school library and your own classroom. If you haven't done so already, join your 5th grade social studies group on Jeffco Schoology. To join this group, you'll need the access code listed at the bottom of this slide. This group allows all of us to think collectively, collaborate, ask questions, learn, and share ideas with each other. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful.